Anti-cap Asmongold? What is
Fucking limp dick executives at Amazon even give a fuck about the website? They give a fuck about one thing, and that's money. They don't care how they get it. They don't care about the longevity. They're gonna pump and dump this fucking site until it's dead. And that's all they care about, because that's what they're paid to care about. It's their job. And you're supposed to force streamers to run ads? Well, here's the funny thing about it, is that they're forcing streamers to run ads.
Yeah, companies that spend years of R&D and spend billions of dollars for to develop intellectual property just somehow were unaware that like the Chinese government and Chinese manufacturing was going to steal that intellectual property. No, they knew. They knew that it was being stolen. They didn't care. Because ultimately, even if China was creating competing products that were cheaper overall, it still was so cheap to manufacture that product that it was cheaper to literally have them compete against you, okay? Cut all the R&D costs for them, have them literally ship the shit over there and then ship it back worldwide, and it was still fucking cheaper overall. Because that's why it's not fucking theft. It makes me so mad when people are like, oh, IP theft, that's the only reason I hate China. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up, dude. Okay. I'm going to play this Asmongold clip again from the top because I didn't listen to it because I was mauling over. They maneuvered U.S. short-sightedness against us because their policy is super long-term. Dude, they know how fucking capitalists operate. They used that interest, that profit-mongering interest that capitalist corporations have against the United States of America. Yeah, companies are also only now stopping this shit because they literally can't abuse the Chinese workforce now because the Chinese labor force has been elevated to a place where they no longer can offer the same competitive prices, and they themselves are now outsourcing that labor to like other countries like Indonesia and shit. Wait, how was it cheaper for them to get their IP stolen? That's how fucking cheap labor was, and that's how cheap manufacturing was in China. It's kind of like this. It's cheaper for Boeing, if they self-regulate, it's cheaper for Boeing to kill people in their fucking planes and then pay off and keep that under wraps for as long as they can, and then pay off people to shut them the fuck up when they actually inevitably get hit with a big lawsuit. It's cheaper for them to do that rather than to take a stronger look at their manufacturing and fix the problems, or even allow for an outside government body to regulate how they build planes and shit. It's literally cheaper, or at least the calculation that they engage in is that it will be cheaper inevitably for them. It will be cheaper for them in the long run. They don't want to make planes that fucking crash, obviously, right? But cutting costs at in any part of the supply chain is essential for them to increase their profits. Reminder that everyone in the chat is either in school, living with their parents, unemployed, or works at a shitty job, and nobody knows what they're talking about. I agree with you, but also the amount of U.S. military hardware being cloned is a bigger issue, like the F-35. No way, dude. They're cloning our fucking shitty-ass F-35 planes, dude. No. Maybe, yeah, maybe Chinese... maybe fucking China will clone the F-35 to make a better version of it, I guess. Oh, no. Oh, no. Not my F-35, bro.
Hasan.
Lol, give him the Segway IP while we're at it, too. Yeah. Let's give him all the fucking shit things that we've been able to to put together. As a freelance designer, how am I supposed to seize the means of my own production if I post a picture of an idea on Instagram and 30 days later it's being sold on bulk on Alibaba? Actually happened, for the record. Yeah, instead, as a freelance designer, what you should be focusing on is making that product, actually putting it together, being able to fucking figure out a way to like drop ship that product to, and then have to sell it on Amazon because it's the largest marketplace for you to be able to reach out to as many people as possible. And once it fucking goes all the way to the ranks of the top of the SEO on Amazon, then Amazon steals your product and then repackages it and repurposes it. I'm not saying that like what China is doing good is good. Okay? Also, it's art. I don't know if you're talking about art design or not. I don't know if you're like actually manufacturing something. The Ford Pinto case is a prime example of companies factoring in people dying when using their product. Of course. And the father of fucking American neoliberalism and American libertarianism literally was famous for arguing that American people should know better than to buy a Ford Pinto. And government regulation, even in that circumstance, is bad.
Sadist gang.
I'm, of course, talking about Milton Friedman.
Fucking limp dick executives at Amazon even give a fuck about the website. They give a fuck about one thing, and that's money. They don't care how they get it. They don't care about the longevity. They're gonna pump and dump this fucking site until it's dead. And that's all they care about, because that's what they're paid to care about. It's their job. And you're supposed to force streamers to run ads. Well, here's the funny thing about it, is that they're forcing streamers to run ads. Here's the easy way to solve that. You just make, so right now, if I run a 3 minutes of ads, I only get a half hour of ad-free viewing for my viewers. I know this because I do it at the end of every stream, and it tells me like how much time I have no ads. 3 minutes every 30 minutes. That's 10% of the time is a fucking ad. Fucking limp dick exec.
There's more. He's so right. Even if they acknowledge this clip, they'd make this guy out to be a heel or something. No, he's right. He's absolutely correct. The problem right now is that Amazon is serving a fuckload of content, basically not only for free, but basically at a loss, at a net loss, at a net negative. And they've been doing this for a while. Now, the reason why they did it originally is because they wanted to solidify what they properly saw was the next level of content creation on the internet, live streaming. Okay? So now you have a library of just basically fucking free content that you're not serving ads on, that thousands and thousands of people are fucking watching. And thousands and thousands of people are fucking forcing streamers to run ads. Outraged by Asmongold.
Mid-roll stuff actually on the website now, is that done?
Run out.
It like 4 months ago. Like I said this shit was gonna happen a long fucking time ago.
Is this his official channel or no? Asmongold TV?
It's gonna happen 100 fucking %. Is that we were gonna have mid-roll ads and we were gonna get this shit pushed on us, and I fucking said that, and,
I knew this
nobody
too.
wanted to believe me. Everybody wanted to be like, oh no, they wouldn't do that. That'd be bad for the website. I'm like, do you think they give a fuck? Do you think those fucking limp dick executives at Amazon even give a fuck about the website? They give a fuck about one thing, and that's money. They don't care how they get it. They don't care about the longevity. They're gonna pump and dump this fucking site until it's dead. And that's all they care about, because that's what they're paid to care about.
Yeah, this is true for all of what Amazon does. Amazon's entire business strategy is operating at a loss until they can monopolize the market and then change policies so they make loads of profit. They literally do this with everything, okay? So they're, of course, doing this with Twitch, and of course, they're doing this with live streaming as well. But what they're trying to do now, what they always were going to do is start running ads, because right now they're selling, like, the platform would be massively profitable if they could actually fucking get streamers to run the ads. They ask the streamers nicely to run the ads. It doesn't work. They're like, no, why the fuck would I run the ads? I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that either. I don't want to fucking run the ads. Why would I want to run the ads? I don't want to, like, I'm getting nothing out of it overall. I get, like, I don't know how much money I would make out of it, but regardless of how much money I would make out of it additionally a day if I ran ads, it still would just, like, harm poor viewers who don't have enough fucking money or don't have the wherewithal to know that they would run uBlock or AdBlock or any number of these, like, different ad blockers, which Amazon inevitably will get around. So after you watch this video, delete it from your watch history on YouTube. Asmongold videos are a rabbit hole that parasitically change your recommended to be WoW or Asmon until that's all you see. This is a legitimate issue with these videos. Just a heads up. Okay. It's nothing compared to subs and donations, which is an immediate and direct way to fucking help the streamer. But if they were to exclusively run on ads, then streamers wouldn't want to be on the platform because they wouldn't make as much money. So what are they going to do? They can either try to take more money off subscriptions, which it would harm their positioning in the top of the fucking marketplace for live streaming, because another larger competitor like YouTube could be like, no, we give you a bigger chunk now. We'll fix our interface and we'll give bigger chunks of subscription monetization, subscription revenue to our streamers if you live stream. But they have to run ads. They have to run ads regardless, because that's how the company makes money. That's how the company will make money. So they were always going to run ads. Are amazing. And they did this thing where they started pumping the ads that really harms the viewers. That really hurts viewers that, like, go from one channel to another to another. And now you have to see fucking ads nonstop. IP theft is essentially stealing from future income. Okay, shut the fuck up. They're 100% looking into the best way to inject video ads directly into the stream feed so that an ad blocker cannot simply block the video and delete the element. Yeah. Wouldn't longevity mean more money long term? I don't get Asmon's argument. Asmon's argument is correct. He's saying that they're doing this in a careless way. He's saying that ad blocker is doing this in an incredibly, I mean, not ad blocker, Amazon's doing this in an incredibly careless way that will hurt viewers overall and will get viewers, it'll just decrease their platform experience and enjoyment on the platform. This is relevant too with mobile Twitch on the iPhone not being able to skip ads. Yeah. Because it's a huge amount of people that are currently just that Twitch is currently, like, it's a huge amount of viewers that Twitch is currently not making money off of. It's a huge amount of content that Twitch is currently not making money off of. Like, live stream ads are the next equation here, the next problem that they need to solve. I get it. I understand why they're trying to do it. I do. Pervert. It sucks that we as streamers are reminded once again that we don't have control over our own means of production, and, like, Twitch can ultimately make decisions on our behalf that could even harm the consumer experience in the long term that you might not want to subject them to. Is the income from sub and dono taxation not enough? No, for streamers, yes, but that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about Amazon's income, like Amazon's revenue. I don't think streamers are upset. Streamers literally make more money now that Twitch is pumping ads. We're upset because it fucks over the viewer experience. We will literally make more money probably as a consequence of this, because they're running ads on our fucking product. Ads that we did not want to run.
Hasan. What is your stance on the death penalty?
You still see them if they're subbed? I don't know if this is a new thing or I just haven't noticed it. Yeah, no, you won't see them if you're subbed. But eventually they might actually fucking run ads for subs too. That will happen. So get used to that and get ready for that. Smaller streamers will 100% make more money if every streamer runs their ads. Control the means of production. Fucking, you're using a website made by others. Fucking make your own website, then control shit. Make your own website and then control shit. What the fuck are you talking about? Controlling your means of production. Yeah, I'll just make my own fucking website, laddie. Let me just start my own website, laddie. I'll just simply have to use the Amazon Web Services to host my fucking content.
The American people are tired of women.
Yeah. Isn't it going to get messy for sponsor streams because streamers can't opt out of competitor ads? I don't think they care about that as much.
His name is Hasan.
That's why you can get Twitch Turbo to not see ads anywhere you go. Yeah, but making a live streaming website for personal use is actually really easy. It just would not scale. Yeah, it's also insanely fucking expensive, dude. And also, it removes discoverability in its entirety. Like, everyone's here.
It's their job. And you're supposed to force streamers to run ads? Well, here's the funny thing about it, is that they're forcing streamers to run ads. Here's the easy way to solve that. You just make, so right now, if I run a 30-second, if I run 3 minutes of ads, if I run 3 minutes of ads, I only get a half hour of ad-free viewing for my viewers. I know this because I do it at the end of every stream, and it tells me like how much time I have no ads. 3 minutes every 30 minutes. That's 10% of the time is a fucking ad. That is ridiculous. I think that Twitch needs to, reevaluate the way that they look at doing ads, because doing ads the way that they've always done them on like esports presentations and stuff like that doesn't work with normal streamers, and they're expecting normal streamers to have massive ad densities and expecting them to run like multiple ads per hour. That's not good for a viewer. They want to copy cable TV? Yeah, great idea. Why don't you copy the thing that everybody is here because they don't watch? That's like saying, you know what? Everybody, you know, over at Taco Bell, everybody at Taco Bell, there's a Wendy's and a Taco Bell right next to each other. And everybody at Taco Bell like, oh, you know what we need to do? We need to make chili and a hamburger. No, you don't, because anybody who wanted that would have already gone to fucking Wendy's. Like, it doesn't make any goddamn sense. People that are watching Twitch, people that are into that shit, they don't want to watch commercials. Nobody wants to watch commercials. It's not a good viewer experience. And at the end of the day, if you don't care about if the end customer, if the person that at the end of the day consumes the product, you are the consumer. If you are not happy, the business fails. That's all there is to it. It doesn't matter about the short-term money. It doesn't matter about, you know, the profits. It doesn't matter about the margins. It doesn't matter about anything. If the end user is not happy, the business will fail. It happens every single time.
I'm not gonna lie, I disagree. I think avoiding ads or tuning out ads on the internet is like literally what I mean, I agree with what he's saying. He is completely right with what he's saying as far as like the end user being consumers, and like consumer experience is the most significant part. But I don't think that that users will find a way around watching ads.
This is a deranged pervert.
And there is also one other way that they can avoid giving a shit about the user experience. Do you guys know what that is? You live with it every day. You literally live with it every day of your life. Think about all the consumption that you engage in. Okay? And what are the worst industries that you have to deal with? Oh my God, not a single one of you guys fucking knew the answer. It's monopolies, man. Monopolies. That's how you get around caring about the consumer. When the product that you're serving is controlled by like 2 fucking companies, then you can engage in price leadership, which is the legal way of doing price fixing. And you can do the exact same thing with like your limited opportunities or limited availabilities. Slowly but surely decreasing the experience, the enjoyment that the viewer derives from a stream.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm out of control. I apologize for that.
Arjan, please unban me. It's been almost a week now. This is inhumane and no one should ever have to go through this kind of torture. Hassle Saj.
Technically, it's a duopoly. Okay, oligopolies, dude. There you go. I'll even factor in like a 3rd live streaming platform for the sake of this argument.
Time. And some of these people don't understand it. And you know what I think is so fucking funny to me? I think is the funniest fucking thing about this whole thing is that everybody was saying, whenever I made this fucking comment, they said to me, Asmongold, I didn't know you.
I think the big part that a Twitch streamer union, like a streamer union, a big reason why it's really difficult to put together, nearly impossible to put together, is simply because of how much motherfucking money Twitch streamers make. And so far, leading up to this point, how well Twitch has treated their top streamers. That's it.
Just found out my
That's the reason. The only way to push back against that, the only way to push back against that is by fucking by putting together a streamer union. That's the most effective way that you would be able to push back against this and make demands, reasonable demands. Demands that would literally protect the consumers in this circumstance, right? And to the people who are saying millionaire union, I really wish that some of you are a little bit smarter about leftist politics and just the left in general. There is not enough reading being done. Unfortunately, this community as well, because I shit on reading all the time. But like, the most successful unions in this country are unions that literally have millionaires in them. It's the players, the NBA players union, the NFL players union, or fucking, it's the Writers Guild, the Actors Guild, the Screen Actors Guild. Like, these are all unionized workers, technically. And they make millions of dollars. And it's fucking great that they make millions of dollars. They, in a lot of instances, provide irreplaceable labor. Okay? Those guys are actual fucking workers. And they've been able to successfully put stuff like this together. The difference is... it's like pretty much fucking impossible to do with like the top the top content creators on this platform. Like, there's no fucking way that they would do it. Actors are workers? Yes, actors are literally fucking workers, dude. God damn. Yo. You are a worker if you do labor and you get paid for that labor by a larger corporation or a larger company that owns your labor and can do whatever the fuck with it and can tell you to do something or tell you to do other things if they want to. You're like, it doesn't matter if you make $100 million a year, you can still be a fucking worker that makes $100 million a year. Are grad students workers? Of course grad students are fucking workers.
His name is Hasan.
What's stopping Twitch from departnering, banning everyone who unionizes? Well, one, it's illegal. It would be illegal, I'm pretty sure. And two, I mean, they could find a way around it. It doesn't matter. One, it would be potentially illegal, but they could find a way around it. And two, it just wouldn't happen because Twitch already treats their top content creators very well. That's just the truth. It would be impossible to get top content creators on board. They'd be like, why the fuck would I fuck up my bag when I'm killing it? This is like one of the few instances. This and like TOS is one of the few instances where you could get like big streamers to come to terms with the fact that like they actually are alienated from their labor, or they actually do not own their means of production. But ultimately we are contractors on this platform. What the fuck you saying, bro? Streamer union? We need a viewer union? Yeah, consumer side activism certainly works, dude. Keep going. Yeah, do a fucking viewers union. Dummy. NFL unions is trash. Baseball unions is the strongest and they get the best benefits. The NFL has a history of scabs and they just agree to whatever the owners want. There would be lots of scabs in a Twitch union fight.
I can now remove the tinfoil hat.
My simps pay me too much money. I won't be joining the union. Good night.
Top actors are arguably their own corporation, not workers. They choose their projects and negotiate projects from inception as shareholders. Yes, most top actors are technically corporations. Like, they are brands, even if the brand is a single person entity. Okay, but that still doesn't change the reality that Twitch could just, I mean, look at Dr. Disrespect. Twitch could literally just be like, nope, you're done, you're out, you're no longer allowed on our platform. Literally the fucking face of Twitch until that happened. So you're wrong. Ultimately, they are still working and they are still workers for Twitch. Just because they make a lot of money does not change that reality. Just because they have some say on what happens on the platform doesn't change that reality. Ultimately, the power dynamic is there, and there is no fucking protection. Did I just get 50 buckaroonie dono that I don't know, Walt? Happy Hob, my Sims pay me too much money. I won't be joining the union. Good night. Thank you, Happy Hob.
I love you, man. Needed you in my life.
True people get blacklisted in Hollywood.
Oh, you're such a big man, Hasan.
I don't want to give money to Bezos, but me boycotting Amazon does absolutely nothing, right? Yeah, it does not. It doesn't do anything. Twitch needs to advertise Twitch Turbo more. It's only $8 a month for no ads across all of Twitch. But that doesn't even make them that much money. Like, that doesn't make them that much money. I don't think. And it's not a product that they've been able to sell all that much. Because it's a product that's competing with fucking literally a free service that you can get on the internet, like AdBlock. Last spam, not enough reading being done in the community. This is 100% your fault. I've been asking for a fucking reading list since day one is on. Yeah, this is a good video about NFL scabs and strike busting. Would you ever consider reacting to it, even though it's about sports? Maybe. This is a baseball historian. I can confirm this. Baseball is arguably one of the best, strongest celebrity unions and the best union in American sports. The MLB Players Association actually has a significant influence over the game and has been a part of what has protected players' rights to not play this season during COVID. They can just not play. Baseball as a sport is ahead of the labor game, and you shit on it. Yeah, it's just fucking boring. Yo, Hossie, you got Das Kapital open?
This is a deranged pervert.
Arjan? Pogo.
Kami? Welcome, comrade. Capitalism sucks, huh? Yeah, I knew it. You know, it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, this is the exact opposite of capitalism. This is corporatism. This is people taking...
Dude, it's so good. Capitalism is so powerful that even when you're directly criticizing the inherent contradictions within capitalism, that is the inherent contradiction between workers and owners and the different interests that they have, you're still looking for a way out. It's like when you say it's not capitalism, it's corporatism, you literally sound like Donald Trump saying, it's not me. I'm not the president right now. This is Joe Biden's America, actually. Okay? That's what that is. When people say it's not capitalism, it's corporatism, what they actually mean, and by the way, I don't even fault Asmongold. He is very woke on a lot of issues. I think he sees a lot of the problems that exists in our current organization of the economy and routinely criticizes it. But the difference is like the difference here is that he has also been blinded by the same fucking nonsensical theories that people throw out there saying like, no, real capitalism hasn't existed. It's like when people say, no, true socialism or true communism has never existed. It's like, well, we've really never literally had a fucking stateless, classless, moneyless, borderless society, but we certainly have a society in which the commodity production is pretty much done by the working class, that is subjected to the conditions that they're subjected to, as years and years and years of profits that they have generated for their owner class has been able to cultivate this divide and has been able to change every fucking institution of legitimacy, even institutions that give you higher education, into legitimizing the system that we exist under. There are ways to push back against this, and socialists have historically been able to push back against this successfully, to some success. Okay? But ultimately, it's, you know, especially in America, it doesn't really exist. Corporatism is a byproduct of capitalism. It's a more efficient business model that maximizes profits, basically the star child of capitalism.
Making a fucking product and milking it to death. This is people going and making decisions for money over the consumers. True capitalism is not that. I am saying this is actual fucking capitalism. If you don't make your people happy, they will fucking leave. They will fucking leave. That is the people have such a fucking bad view of what capitalism is. Every single decision that people make for money is not a good decision just because it makes them money. Nobody seems to understand that anymore because they're fucking stupid and they're too caught up in trying to appear cool and appear rich. That's the reality. It's late stage capitalism. It's stupid stage capitalism. It doesn't matter what stage it's in.
It's just, dude, it's just fucking... Okay. Again, this goes back to the inherent contradictions between workers and owners. Owners want workers to work as many hours as they possibly can for the least amount of money that they can possibly pay them. Workers want to work the least amount of hours that they possibly can and get paid the most amount of money that they can possibly get. It's that simple. Okay? It's literally that simple. But who ends up having all the power under our current economic organization? The owners. They can do whatever the fuck they do with what is known as profits. You, as a worker, generate those profits. Without you, there is no value. Without labor, without you, without workers, there is no value. It's just a fucking... This is just a website that is just empty. Okay? This is just a website that has servers. So I'll just use Twitch as an example. All right?
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm out of control. I apologize for that.
God, Asman is such a cuck simp for capital and
throughout history, those who have taken all of the profits from your labor have been able to successfully design a system in which this the outcomes, the inevitable and awful outcomes of our current organization are pushed away or normalized and legitimized and justified, because there's no other alternative. There's no other way to organize the economy at the international level. There's no other way to organize the economy. All labor is ultimately replaceable. It doesn't matter. If you fucking speak out, you'll get yeeted. And if you really speak out and if you really organize, you'll suffer the consequences. If you speak out, if you organize and actually achieve some modicum of success, we will do everything we can to cripple that in the long term. That's the reason why, and that's precisely why stop making excuses for Asmongold. He's slightly smarter than your average chub, but he's primarily an anti-social justice idiot who constantly says misogynistic shit. I'm gonna ban you. You want to know why I'm gonna ban you? Even though you've been subbed for 2 months to me, and you've been following me since February 14th. I'm gonna give you 2 weeks off. Because you are overall worse off. Like, you do a disservice to everything I believe in and to everything that I want to accomplish than Asmongold ever could be. Asmongold, as a matter of fact, is infinitely more significant in de-radicalizing chuds than you ever will be. Because of this sort of mentality, even in a circumstance when he's so close to comprehending like what the problem is, you want to just like immediately be like, fuck you, I don't give a fuck that you're like almost arriving at the truth. Fuck you! Fuck you, you fucking misogynist, fuck you, you're anti-Hasanabi. Like, no, I don't care if you're a product of your social conditioning. Fuck you! I only care about canceling! Good job. I don't know how to time out someone for an extended period of time, but here, I'll just give you 10 minutes for now. And then give you... Like, you're also wrong.
His name is Hasan.
Like, Asmongold is fucking pro-sex worker rights and has, like, literally spoken out routinely against misogyny on the fucking platform.
His name is
like,
Hasan.
Not only are you annoying,
in less than a year.
not only are you fucking annoying, and you literally harm the causes that you claim you fucking care about, but you're also fucking wrong.
His name is Hasan.
Like, you're literally just wrong. He has white fragility, certainly. I haven't really like looked into every single thing that Asmongold believes in, but beyond that, he's constantly fucking learning and bettering himself. It's literally the best you could expect of someone, and even that's not enough. Why do we try so fucking hard to become the cartoonish depiction that our enemies portray us as on the left? Why? It makes no fucking sense. Like, what do you win when you come across this? Like, what do you win? Do you win a fucking brownie? Do you get a cookie? Do other leftists look at you and go, well, that's the ultimate leftist here? No, you don't do shit. This mentality does not fucking recognize the human condition. This mentality only makes us look fucking horrible. And you will never be able to convince anyone, okay? And he's 100% from your Discord. That's also not true, because even inside of my Discord, where it's definitely a safer space overall than my chat, there are still plenty of people who fucking are on their very own journey of learning. And absolutely, I try to make it as clear as possible to all my regulators, all my moderators, all the fucking time, that we need to walk a delicate balance of not immediately writing off everyone. Because I believe in rehabilitation. Why the fuck would I do what I do if I didn't believe that people have the tendency to change, that people can fucking change and learn from their past mistakes? Why the fuck would I sit here and try to fucking argue these points if everyone was just born woke and some people were just born with a stupid brain and that's why they're fucking racist and they'll never change? So dumb. I love the stream, but there are a lot of anti-progress lefties who don't understand the nuance on what you preach. I was there for over a year and I finally left because I was fed up with it. You have no idea how much he's shifted over the last 4 years. Asman used to be a hardcore anti-chivalry. He's nearly out of the centrist void at this point. Yeah. Didn't you know being a leftist is a matter of eugenics? Yeah, like, there's a lot of people in this fucking community. Dude, I'm on a fucking video game platform speaking about politics from the most extreme point of view for American politics, like completely outside of the fucking Overton window of American politics, with 14,000 viewers. If you think you're not surrounded by people exactly like fucking Asmongold, you have another thing coming for you, okay? You are not in a fucking safe environment if you think that anyone who has ever had bad takes or will ever have fucking bad takes in the future do not deserve to be a part of your fucking utopian understanding of society. Asmongold is literally the perfect representation of someone who fucking is doing their goddamn best and literally left to their own devices has been able to come to these conclusions. Okay? If you're still shitting on him, then you're a part of the fucking problem, dude.
His name is Hasan.
It's a mentality that comes from finding a space where you can now not be obligated to interact with people who have thoughts that hurt you for a long time. Sure, not everyone is born woke, and rehabilitation is definitely good overall, but not a lot of victims of these mentalities aren't obligated to interact with people who hold them. Just explaining how they come down to it, not that I agree with it. No, I understand. And I make it very clear to everyone, even members in my fucking Discord, all the time. It's one of the fucking like fundamental principles in my Discord is like, there is going to be people that fucking trigger you. Okay? There is going to be shit that makes this space a little unsafe for you. And if you want to take time off because you're upset and because you feel like it's no longer a safe space for you, I completely understand. That ultimately doesn't mean that like people are going to come in and fucking be as transphobic as they can. We will fucking destroy them. We will yeet them immediately. And I do that in the chat as well. All the goddamn time. I understand why you would want a safe place where you don't have to constantly fucking feel like you're talking to people who don't even understand your marginalization, your struggle. Okay? I get that. But that, unfortunately, is not what my goals are. My goals are to bring in as many people in the margins as possible by entertaining them and trying to educate them, and then ultimately have them also play a role inside of that safe space by coming to terms, coming to the conclusions that we've come to already in our personal journeys. And there are a fuckload of people in this community right now that have also personally changed their minds. Some as recently as like fucking 6 months ago even. People say this shit all the time. Apparently you can't make fun of Nazis on Discord anymore. One of Mr. Mooton's mods. What? You post a gif of two guys kissing in a Nazi server one time and get banned? I don't know what this is. If you became vegan, you could just reverse Uno card on all the lefty Puritans. Yeah, but I mean, Bow Bow, you literally know that I don't give a shit about fucking being morally righteous. Like, I even think that, like, I even think not only do I not give a shit about being morally righteous, but I literally constantly am wrong. I do fucked up shit all the time just for like just a fucking minor crumb of fucking pleasure that I will get for myself without even considering the long-term implications of things like that. In that effort to fucking strike a balance, I often throw marginalized communities under the bus from time to time just to fucking pursue a joke, just to deliver a fucking punchline. I do think that in the long run, that's even helpful. Okay? I think that that's good because it like shows to the rest of the fucking people that are in the margins that like, I'm a normal human being. I'm not like some fucking weirdo academic woke scold who does not think that any instance of humor is cancelable. And I'm of course referencing misogyny in this circumstance. But there are instances where misogyny goes absolutely too far. And you gotta fucking dial it in and show people that it's unacceptable. I try to do my best. Anyway, let's keep watching this.
Or how late or how early it is, it's stupid. And it doesn't matter about anything else besides that. I'm fucking pissed, man. Capitalism only needs money to work? Yeah, and you know what happens is whenever your customers aren't happy, they stop giving you money. That's the way it goes. People don't see the ecosystem, they just see the cause and effect. They never look at the ecosystem. And that's why these companies keep fucking failing. They're stupid, man. They're fucking stupid, trying everything to make money. Yeah, I'm fucking mad about it, right? And so anyway, the mid-roll ad situation.
Oh, fuck. Okay, this is the last thing. I'm going to get out of the stun lock in a second. But the last thing I was going to say is, of course, I'm pretty goddamn privileged. Hasan, stop making me look bad. What do you mean? I'm pretty fucking goddamn privileged. So there's also that.
Hasan.
There's also that element. Okay? So that's why I can make these sorts of fucking jokes. Like, there are things that people could say that would harm me or, you know, people to look the other way, that would cause people to look the other way, especially in like right-wing circles, you know, Muslim, leftist, all this other sort of shit, like immigrant, this sort of stuff. But ultimately, it doesn't really impact me that much. I look pretty white. I'm a guy. I'm a cisgender, heterosexual, white passing male. It's pretty fucking poggers. I'm not gonna lie. So that's part of the reason why I can be fast and loose with certain jokes, because it doesn't immediately harm me at all. That privilege that allows me to be more appealing to a broader audience of gamers, okay, and get them to change their opinion, is also the same kind of privilege that that provides cover for me from any sort of marginalization that might make it a less safe space for me. It's something that I recognize, and it's something that I try to work with all the time.